I welcome everyone as I welcome the Prime Minister to the podium, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Master Simon Ekpa Njoko. PM, you're welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. Is my voice coming out?
Very well, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sonny, the Minister of Communication, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and the de facto in Homeland. I welcome every one of you this evening from my base. It has been a very successful week as we continue to push in readiness for the declaration of the restoration of independence state of Biafra happening in Finland from the 29th of November to 3rd of December 2024 in Lahti. This is the first ever official fundraising for this particular event. This event is costing the government a huge amount of money. And so it becomes very imperative that this particular special fundraising is being conducted so that we will not have any reason to complain or to be stranded in the quest to see a very successful convention in Finland, just like we did last year. Last year convention, we did almost the same thing, though the fundraising was internal fundraising, was not in the public. But this time around, because of the magnitude of this event, it becomes very imperative that we throw the fundraising to the public for entire Biafrans to support whichever little way you can. My fellow Biafrans, I don't want to give speech. I just wanted to come and join the fundraising today for the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra. But at the same time, I want to use this opportunity to send a very brief message to the Biafra people. I want you to understand that the roadmap to Biafra independence is very, very clear. We are not hiding anything. We've done step by step to the restoration of Biafra. And this Finland Convention, where the Declaration of the Restoration of Independence of Biafra will be issued, and of course, where many legal documents as to the restoration of Biafra and the pursuit for the Biafra recognition by the United Nations and other countries in the world will be generated. I want every one of you to understand the importance of this. It is where we are going to gather, make decisions, raise a legal document on behalf of the Biafra people by the mandate of over 50 million people that have voted in the ongoing self-referendum. From this document, we will begin the international and diplomatic tussle for the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. I am telling you, this job has been done 60 to 70%. The only thing we needed to do now is to show how resilient we are, making sure that the international community were able to prove to them that we are ready to govern ourselves as state. And so far, so good. Biafra people have demonstrated their readiness to exit Nigeria. Forget about whatever the political elite, criminals, and corrupt politicians, both from the northern Nigeria and from other parts of Nigeria, are saying. It is because they see Biafra coming. If you are not making an impact, if they have not seen the green light of Biafra, nobody will be making statement about Biafra want to succeed or Biafra never want to succeed. Like you read today on social media by the war criminal called Gowon. If you are not making this headway, nobody will talk about it. I want you to understand that for over past 10 years or so of the criminals who parade themselves as Biafra agitators, they have never discussed them at the National Assembly. Nigeria never worried about them. For the very first time since after the war, the Biafra issue is being discussed. It has become not just a national debate, not just a national discourse, it has become a global discussion. That is what we have done just within 2 years. And so, those who think that Biafra was a kind of a family franchise, we have come to prove to them that they're actually very wrong. Biafra can never, ever be a family franchise, can never be a business, can never be a career. And that's why we set a limit of 5 years. From 2019 to 2024, that's the exact time that Biafra needed to be declared. And today we have been able to raise army to defend our land. We are engaging the terrorist state in Bakassi Peninsula. We are engaging the terrorist state in almost the 40 states of Biafra, many of them in low key, but in the hinterland of Biafra is where this particular defense and engagement is being defined. In the coming weeks, the resistance will spread across the coastal line of Biafra. And believe me, all this involves money. Nigeria, with their multi-billion in military hardware to support terrorism, killing of the people they're supposed to protect, we, Biafra people and Biafra government in exile and the de facto in the homeland, raising funds online to fight this multi-billion-dollar terrorist state. Look at where we are today. For the very first time in the history of Biafra since after the war, the entire commander of the terrorist organization called Nigeria Army, Nigeria Police, Navy, and Air Force, they went to National Assembly. Not only that, they have cried out to the world to come to their rescue. They say Simon Ekpa is their problem because they never expected that somebody will summon the courage to defend their own people. Unlike other parts of Nigeria, where women and children are getting killed, and nobody speaks for them, our own is different. Every one of us in the government have done a very big sacrifice to see that the story that we're hearing from Nigeria, different parts of Nigeria, is not being told about our own people. Rather, we will continue to engage them until they are gone. I want you to understand that the internal enemy, which have supervised and orchestrated a lot of atrocities against our people, will continue to collect water. It is a must and something that must be done to make sure that our women, not just our women, but also those men that volunteer their life to fight in defense of our land, will not be sabotaged and killed like chickens. From 2021, we saw how they were moving our men, young men, able-bodied men who joined ESN, defunct ESN. What did they do? Immediately after they kidnapped nnamdikanu, these men who volunteered, the only crime they committed was to believe that the people that were following were actually fighting for their own freedom, and they volunteered to fight. And then when there was a disagreement on who was doing it right, and they decided to listen to Simon Ekpa broadcast, order was given by these criminals who turned IPOB into occult, because if you don't know, that's what they wanted to do, into occult, and at the same time, they want to use it for political pressure group to be fighting for the political elite. Everything they have accused many of us today is what they do. They are accused of kidnapping, they do kidnapping. They accuse us of killing, they do killing. And that is why some of these killings that we've seen, these people committing against our people, can never, ever be forgiven. I want to share one of the one that broke the camel's back was the death of Obinna. Obinna, when we hoisted a flag, a Biafra flag, every one of you remember, when we hoisted a flag across Biafra land, Obinna hoisted a flag in army barrack in Aba. On his way back, he was captured on the order of nnamdikanu's sister, on the order of Chinan Sanworu, on the order of Ikechukwu Ogua. This young man committed no crime. He was killed, murdered. He have kids and a wife. His crime was that he believed in what Simon Ekpa was doing. His crime was that he decided to hoist the flag of Biafra. He was not killed by the terrorists in the army. He was not killed by the terrorists in the police. He was killed by these criminals who want to use Biafra as a franchise, as a family business. He was murdered. The money in his account was transferred to one of the person's girlfriend. I want you people to understand that many atrocities have been committed against our people. So what you see them shouting on social media today is what they have done against our people. But we are here to stop them. And I promise them that all of you that participated in killing Obina, you will all go down for it. And you know, when they thought we've forgotten, that's when we strike. And this is the beginning. I want you to understand that the self-defense, sensitization of our people, and sanitizing our land is a must. Is a must. They preach that if you kill a Biafran, Biafra will never come. That's why the land of Biafra have deserted and departed from them. Because they have committed these atrocities and they continue to lay this curse on themselves. That anybody who shed the blood of a Biafran will never, then Biafra will never come. That is from them. We don't share the blood of innocent Biafrans. We fight the enemies with guns who come to kill our women. And that's what the Biafra Liberation Army was raised to do. And at the same time, making sure that those inside enemies who have been used to point fingers on our people and participate in one way or the other will be dealt with decisively. When this atrocity was being committed, they said, anybody that talk about Simon Ekpa in any camp, kill him. And I want the entire media team to look for the video, for the audio of the criminal in Kuwait, Chinan Sanworu, giving that order. Do you know how many Biafran that were killed for mentioning Simon Ekpa? You don't know. What crime did they commit? They committed no crime other than they listened to the broadcast Simon Ekpa was doing. They were doing this thing thinking that a day like this will never come. They killed as many as possible, buried many alive. For what crime? For saying Simon Ekpa was doing it right. And you know, I am not God. I don't avenge death of people. But one thing I promise to those who have committed this crime is that they will never live to tell the story. I swear to God. The second time I am swearing to God in the Biafra struggle. One was the killing that happened in Enugu yesterday by Peter Mba, or 2 days ago by Peter Mba, where innocent Biafra was killed. My attention was called to the killing of that boy. This is the second time. I am saying that those who killed those who did not commit any crime, even if they committed any crime, you are not caught. You are not caught. You don't have any right to take anybody's life. Biafra have not become an independent state yet, so we have a judicial system working. So you do not have the right to kill anybody. But those who have come in the name of Nigeria terrorist state to kill our people in the course of defending our women and children, you can take anybody who come to kill our people. That is completely normal and approved by any court in the world, any law in the world, because it is called self-defense. But innocent people who you were fighting Biafra together, and all of a sudden, they decided that you are not doing it right. That somebody is doing it right, and they decided to take their life. You will never, ever live to tell the story. I am not nnamdikanu. I have said it several times. I am Simon Ekpa. And under my leadership, I will lead to protect those who believe in me. I will live to make sure that you do not kill anybody who believes in what I'm doing, and live to tell the story. That is the promise I'm giving to the enemy. both from the Nigeria and from anybody. Anyone who is following the Biafra government, you can't kill the person like you have killed in the past and live to tell the story. It does not matter how many years it will take us to get you. We will get you, and you will pay for the killing of our people. This is my word this evening. I want to also make it very clear that, look, some people are sharing video of sit at home on the 21st and 22nd. There is no sit at home on the 20, there's no sit at home on that days that was mentioned in the video. Every Monday, sit at home remain the same. We have not changed from that. Tomorrow, Monday is sit at home. After that, there is no sit at home. You wait for the announcement on our sit at home. We are very, very, very busy cooking for the enemy, which is the Nigeria state. And so, at the same time, we'll be distracting them with our activities on social media. Many of you forgot that in those days I used to dance. They didn't know, they didn't see today coming. If they saw today coming, they would, take me seriously even with the dance I was dancing. So today, I'm not dancing anymore like that. I'm doing something different. I'm making sure that those who think they can, use propaganda to convince and distract what we are doing, we will engage them.
This meeting is being recorded.
Whether you are a woman or man, I will engage you. And once you come, I will remove my suit, I will remove my tie and wear my t-shirt and come to your level and deal with you. When it comes to this Biafra, don't regard me as a prime minister. Prime minister is only when you have a state recognized by the United Nations and you want to behave like a politician and be politically correct. I am not that particular politically correct. I am not politically correctness prime minister. I'm a prime minister that is fighting for freedom, and we are in liberation phase. So do not look at me with my suit and want me to be, I am not a normal human being until Biafra is recognized. Then we will begin to go into international stage and behave ourselves as people that are civilized. For now, I will be just like you to make sure I defeat you and save my people. May God bless every one of you. I declare this fundraising open. That one. See you in Finland. See you all in Finland, where it will happen.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this.
Good afternoon, good evening. Depending on whenever you are watching us from. It's another Haitian politician on the streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. So I'm never ask someone to say that the president's greatest mistake is to think that he can stop the BiAFRA agitation and the better freedom that will be declared on December 2nd. Now, how can we get to this, sir?
I think Samonapa made sense. From that statement, you will understand that Tinubu administration should have, minded other section of the economy, minded other prevailing issues in Nigeria. Listen, there are issues of agriculture in Nigeria. There are issues of our youth not being employed. That angle, I suggest Tinubu should have concentrated on building developmental employment establishment, employing the youth for at least skill acquisitions. There are many problems that Tinubu is supposed to solve instead of this kind of diversionary attention following Biafra issue. You are going to spend much strength, effort, and even money on that angle. Really? Because yes, Igbos are the most resilient race on Africa. Okay, if you slap Igbo man one, he will slap you 10 times. Tinubu would have minded his business by facing other prevailing issues. Issues of Nigeria economy, issues of insecurity in the north, issues of lack of what? Diversification. What about agriculture? Our vast lands, empty arable lands, are wasting. We should have diverted and at least, begin to delve into mechanized agriculture. And that will give Nigeria, economy upper hand over the rest of Africa countries. We have fertile land in the north, arable land, to cultivate, cereal food, cereal crops. Cereal can thrive well on the northern region instead of following Biafra issue. See, Biafra issue is just like someone waking up early morning and turn his then gun to the moon. Fire fly it from today till 1,000 years, it can never get to the moon. Biafra is too difficult to fight. Biafra is not a walkover. Biafra was before Nigeria. Biafra was before Tinubu. Biafra was before Buhari. We are talking about a country that started since 18th centuries, with many people agitating for it. I mean, emancipation of Biafra started 18th century. Not that Biafra started 18th century. Okay, the Spaniards, the Portuguese did not come to Nigeria in 18th century. Yes, at least 12, 13 AD. Centuries. The Spaniards, the Portuguese, they come to this part of the world. And Biafra was being there. Biafra was a name carved out from both Portuguese and the Jaw language. I don't know whether you understand where I'm going. So it's very difficult to stop or quench that, fire. Biafra is a spirit, is an ideology. Every Boma has it inside him. And it can never be killed off. See, the fact that nnamdikanu, Ekpa, even the one Ojukwu did in the past, the fact they are doing what they are doing is just to tell you that it's an idea that can never, ever, die. The first agitator of Biafra is not Nigerian Igbo. They are Igbo settlers in Sierra Leone. They started the agitation. They want Igbo nation to be one. The guy that started in James Bialy, the most prominent among them, agitated from Nigeria here into the Great Britain. I don't know what to understand. And from Britain again, he came back. Many centuries ago, Ojukwu started his own. Biafra is a household story in Igbo land.
It's a
household story. Because it's been a very long time after James Bialy, before Ojukwu's ideology sprang up about Biafra. That was just 50-something years ago. But it was been how many centuries? It was on the map. Nigeria was not on the map. Nigeria started just 110 years ago, 1914.
Okay.
So Biafra is a senior man. Biafra is a prince of Africa. It's going to be announced and show itself very soon.
But
a light, a candle light on the mountaintop. But it is going to illuminate very soon.
But last time I let you go, Samazi, why the president refused so bent on keeping nnamdikanu? Does he think by keeping him, he can stop this agitation? Something he has tried and it's not working. Don't you think it is high time, just like Wole Soyinka said, you should rather dialogue with these people than keeping nnamdikanu in incarceration?
But Tinubu want to prove that he's a Jagaban now. He has clue. Tinubu want to prove that he has what it takes to be Nigerian president. Tinubu is proving that he has what it takes to stop Igbo man. After all, don't you think that is being stubborn on this on releasing nnamdikanu issue? Because he tried it on Obi. Obi went and slept. Obi could not even stand up and fight for what he is. Immediately Obi's mandate was hijacked by Tinubu. Obi went and sleep. nnamdikanu is there. Tinubu is thinking that nnamdikanu will sleep too, and the rest of Igbos. See, very, very soon, for that his stubbornness is a stepping ladder. Are you listening to me? A stepping ladder for Biafra emancipation. A stepping ladder for quicker Biafra emancipation is the reason why Tinubu is still remain adamant on the release of nnamdikanu. If something wants to happen, God, that's the way God raises a standard for that thing to be perfected. Perfection of Biafra sovereignty, emancipation and announcements to the whole world still remains the reason why Tinubu turned his back on nnamdikanu. Something must happen for something to come to pass. I don't want to understand.
I do.
So it's a stepping stone. Somebody must make it happen. And we have the person here, a clueless man who doesn't know what it takes to build an economy. A man that just come and sit down on somebody's mandate, running an illegitimate government, thinking that it's going to come out successful. It's not going. This administration can never ever be successful. One, they are not telling us the truth. Two, they are not telling themselves the truth. Three, transparency is gone in Nigeria. Four, nothing like responsibility. The government of the day is irresponsible government. Legitimacy income, there's nothing. All the accolades, attributes of this government, the whole features, nothing is true about it. Everything is what? Incompetent, quackery, lack of expertise. People that are not befitting those ministries and departments are the ones appointed to be there. It is a regime that is based on compensation. It's a transactional government anyway.
It's a transactional government.
See, the worst mistake he has ever made is looking at that angle of Biafra. Yoruba man is not the one that can stop Biafra. British man could not, let alone Yoruba man, Tinubu, to stop Biafra. It is a lie. So he has failed. And Biafra is fast approaching.
Thank you so much for that wonderful submission to me, Mr. Rafi.